Well, look who just walked in and sat down on the B96
Oh
Comcast
man, I'm your
couch.
favorite. I know I'm your favorite.
My favorite guy. Every time he's in Chicago, I only listen to 50 Cent.
Oh man, what's going
Eddie,
on?
man, thanks for coming in with Eddie, Jobo, and Erica. Eddie's away today, but we got Erica over here. Say hi
That's
to Erica.
cool, man. Eddie's not my favorite. You know what I'm saying? We here, baby. We getting it done.
And we got the queen of media over here. Forget Perez Hilton. You got Showbiz Shelly.
Hi.
Showbiz Shelly.
Yeah.
So 50, one of the favorite quotes you ever said on our morning show, and I got to ask you, we got to revisit the favorite quote. You said your favorite emotion was anger.
Right.
You feel still more comfortable when you're pissed off. That was probably when Massacre came out.
Yeah.
Are you still a pissed off man?
Well, you know, I've been through anger management classes.
And did they work?
No.
Uh-oh.
You know, I'm still
so we better behave then, huh?
Nah, I'm still a little more comfortable. Like, I'm saying to you, like, my feelings are hurt. I don't just start busting out crying and say, you know, you should treat me like this. You know, I get a little angry about the situation first. I guess it's a defense from where I actually come from. You know, you gotta be aggressive enough to get by in the environment, so.
You are one of the most intelligent men we ever talked to, and I'm telling you that. I even say it in magazine interviews. Who's the best interview you guys have ever had as a morning show? And we always say 50 Cent. You're number one.
Appreciate you for that, baby.
Because you are very intelligent street-wise, book-wise, and business-wise. You got them all going on. So let me, number one question. How much pressure is on you as the superstar with an album, Curtis, coming out a week from today?
I mean, it feels good. I mean, it's the regular pressure. I mean, it's tough in between each project. You know, there's a shadow of doubt cast over every artist. You know, for me, they don't say, do you think you can make good music? They say, do you think you could do it again? So they put me in competition with my last body of work. You know, this album, I feel like it's great. Like, the process of making it was totally different from the first two. Like, I didn't isolate myself to working with just G Unit members. I went outside, worked with Justin Timberlake, Robin Thicke, Mary J. Blige, Akon. I got Dr. Dre to do more than produce the beat this time. He worked with me on a song called Come and Go. Eminem, Nicole from Pussycat Dolls, Young Buck. Her name's Nicole Scherzinger. I've been sharing her name up. Scherzinger.
Yeah, but I bet you can picture
They
the
should have
body,
gave her a
can't you?
stage name, right? She's beautiful. You seen her?
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Gorgeous.
Yeah. Well, is it harder then to stay on top or to get to the top, would you say?
I think it's a total, it's a non-stop working process. You know, you gotta keep working. It's impossible for you to just, you can feel like you made it and then you're on your way out, buddy. Because if you stop, lay back and relax, you're gone.
What would you say the price of fame is for you?
The price of fame it's a fair swap, man. It's not, I mean, the things that I've lost a little normalcy. I can't just go to the mall and just do regular stuff, shopping. But
Would you like to go to the grocery store yourself?
no. I'm fine with not being in the produce house. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm fine with not going. They get the stuff and bring it back to the house, and I'm cool with that. You know, it's a fair swap on some levels. I mean, just not having to worry about the light bill. You know what I mean? Not having to worry about the basic pressures that I grew up with. It's a hell of a transition.
Well, let's talk about the one thing that everybody in America is talking about. September 11th, a week from today, when the big album hits.
Yeah.
You against Kanye West, but then there's Kenny Chesney, which nobody's mentioned.
Well, Kenny Chesney.
Do you know Kenny Chesney? He's
know
got
who
a
he
hell of
is.
a following, Philly.
Yeah, I check his track record. You know
Who's going to win this battle?
Of course I'm going to come in first. Kanye will be, you know, number second, and then Kenny will come and he'll bring up the rear.
Okay, he'll be
Yeah,
there.
you know, Kenny will bring up
How
the
many
rear.
are you going to sell?
Let's
put a number on it.
I think I could do 700,000. I think 700,000 would be a million records right now. Well, high 600, 700.
But the album has already been leaked now. A lot of people saying you did that on purpose and Kanye
Nah,
did that on purpose. Does that?
Well, you know
No?
what you can't, when you're trying to press enough records to do 700,000, the plant has to manufacture the CDs. So once that happens, the CDs get out. I mean, it's actually in my favor that the music leaked because people will get a chance to hear that my album is... I kept some of the better material on the album because it's tough. I'm trying to figure out how can I get people to say this new album is better than the first one. And what I was doing this album was I was keeping the better material on the actual album and just putting out the stuff with me by myself. So straight to the bank, amusement park, and I get money.
So that wasn't your best stuff?
No, man.
Okay.
The event
A
music...
method to his madness.
Yeah, the event music is still on the album, and you know, because I felt like this album, it's necessary for your record to have legs these days. Now you got a lot of new artists that lack artist development because the companies aren't willing to invest in it at this point. So they come out and they got this one record. They say, hey, the record will go to #1, and then they don't have anything else that you're interested in. So the kids bought it on a ringtone. Why would they buy the album?
Well, does this album have an In the Club in it?
Yeah, I Get Money.
What song?
I Get Money is responding like in the club, in the nightclubs right now.
You mentioned some of the people that you're collaborating with on your album.
Yeah.
A lot of them are pop people. Do you think the face of hip hop is changing?
Well, I think I'm hip hop. I think I bring that element to the actual music, and these artists came over to the 50 Cent realm opposed to doing what they would usually do. And in fact, with the song with me and Robin Thicke, I wrote his portion of the song, and Mary J. Blige, I wrote her portion, and Akon, I wrote his portion of that record. You know, so for a lot of those records is still 50 Cent with an idea of what the song should sound like with Akon.
Well, the album is called Curtis.
Absolutely.
Your name is Curtis. Now, we do hear there were some name changes going with the album. Did you actually at one point consider changing the album title?
Well, I actually started the album at first. I was going to call it Before I Self-Destruct. Because I recorded 12 records under the title Before I Self-Destruct, and then I started creating Curtis. Because, you know, I had a artist challenge me, Cameron. He came out and he was going, Curtis! And I thought about it, because, you know, I like to try to take things that people may feel like is negative towards me and turn it into a positive. So I'm like, my grandfather's Curtis Sr., his firstborn is Curtis Jr., and I'm his first grandchild. Curtis III is my third album. Thought it'd be the perfect time for me to title album Curtis. And it's personal. You know, I made this record have information in it that the other records didn't actually have on me. I tested it before, like on Game's album. When I did The Massacre, I created 8 records that I put on the side because I felt like I recorded them too fast. I recorded those 8 records in like a 3-day time span. Like all I did was one verse and 2 verses and a chorus to each one of the songs. But because I recorded it so fast, I felt like it shouldn't go out as representation of me at that point. So I put them to the side, and then I committed to doing Games projects. So what I did was I gave him those records. So 6 of the records on his first album, the documentary, were records that I created. West Side Story, Church for Thugs, Higher, Special, MVP, and How We Do. And 3 of them was his first 3 singles. You know, so because I did that, I'm the only hip-hop artist that they can make a comparison to the Beatles for having 4 records in the top 10 at the same time. Because How We Do and MVP were in the top 10 while Disco Inferno and Candy Shop were there.
He knows his stuff, doesn't he?
Sure does.
Hey, I do have to ask you, though, you know, you are 10 years older than you were, 22, obviously, so
Yeah.
you can't rap about the same stuff you did. How have you evolved as far as lyrics?
Well, I wrote from the perspective of the things that have been visible to the public. Like the financial transition is obviously visible, so I wrote Straight to the Bank, and I wrote I Get Money. But, you know, there's the other records like that are on the album, because I can make reference to not having for 28 years, and for 4 years I've been what they would consider successful. The majority of the album is previous.
When you had no money.
When I had no money. Because I wanted to write from a perspective I wanted to write with a child's innocence to it. Some of the experiences and things that I've seen when I was coming up. So, like on MVP, Hate It or Love It, I made reference. I said, coming up, I was confused. My mommy's kissing a girl. Confusion occurs coming up in the cold world. Daddy ain't around, probably out committing felonies. My favorite rapper used to sing, check out my melody. See, now that was from a 6-year-old child's perspective. Because my mom passed when I was 8. You know, so I had to write something that, you know, that I had going on in my life that no one knows about, you know what I mean? And I didn't really see much. It ain't odd for you to see your mother have a female friend around, but my grandmother told me later it was more than what I thought it was.
Really?
Your mama like women like you like women, boy.
Okay.
Oh, no way.
What?
Wait, are you telling us your mom was...
Yeah, she like girls.
She was a lesbian?
Well, I mean, bisexual. I'm here.